Hey guys, long time no see. I hope all my Americans had a good 4th of July weekend, long weekend. I certainly enjoyed some sun. It was nice here. So I wanted to pop in and do a Hoerner happy hour because I missed last week, and I have kind of an interesting one that I'm excited to talk about. I've been thinking about this for a while because this is something that a lot of instructors struggle with, and I don't think you need to. So what I want to talk about is rider feedback and whether or not we need to value that feedback. Now listen, we always want to hear out our riders, right? But I think the point that I want to make today is that what your riders tell you about your class isn't always valuable feedback. And here's why. So riders are awesome, right? We love them. We wouldn't have jobs without them. But they don't really know what makes a good class or not. Riders will always tell you, oh, I loved your music, or, that was a really hard ride, that was great. And those tend to be like the big things, right? The music and how hard the ride is are what makes a rider come back. That's what they say. But what they don't realize is how much more they're thinking about and they're appreciating or not during your class that they don't even recognize. So like, for example, your cueing or your counting or your energy, your personality, whether you're on and off the bike cheering them on, the volume of your mic and your music, that makes a huge difference. And they might not even realize that they can barely hear you and that's why they didn't like the class. And then they finish class and they tell you that they didn't like it because of your music, when really that had nothing to do with it. Like, they only recognize a few elements to what goes into a class, whereas an instructor knows, you guys know, 1,000,001 things go into every single second of a class. They don't realize that. They think, oh, they just put on some music and then they talk to us and they tell us what to do, and they either make it hard or they don't. That's kind of what a rider understands. Even some really seasoned riders don't recognize what goes into cueing, coaching, energy, personality, voice, volume, all of that stuff, and a million other things. So I would just tell you guys that if somebody tells you that they loved your class, or on the other end, if they didn't like your class, and either you hear it from them or you hear it from someone else, take that with a grain of salt in terms of their reasoning, because there are so many things in a class that are subjective. First of all, if they didn't like your music, even if you did an amazing job coaching and cueing and having the right energy, then maybe they didn't like your class simply because of the music. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a great class. So I really want you guys to think about this, because I'm sure everyone in here has gotten some sort of negative feedback before, either from a rider directly, from a manager, whatever it is, that someone didn't like your class, or you recognize it because someone doesn't return and come to ride with you again. That doesn't mean that you don't have a good class. So remember that. There are so many things that go into a ride, and so many of them are not only subjective, but specific to, like, think about the kind of class that you would want to go to. What I would want to go ride to and what you would want to go ride to are probably totally different. And we're probably both great instructors, but it doesn't mean that we want to go ride to the same class, or even the kind of class that you teach. Maybe you wouldn't even ride your own class. Now, hopefully you would, but it's so different and so specific to individual people. And what your riders think, like I said before, what your riders think is a good class doesn't necessarily determine a good class in terms of effectiveness or, actual elements that are focused in on your class. Somebody might be a terrible instructor, awful in your opinion, or mine, awful. But maybe they play really good music that somebody loves or a group of people love, so those people keep coming back to it. It doesn't mean that it's a great class. Or the other way around, maybe somebody has an amazing class, but they can't get to a point where they're cueing, so it's hard enough for people. So just because of that, people aren't coming back, right? There are so many different things that go into this. And it's important that if somebody is going to be reviewing your class, telling you what you need to change or what you need to adjust or whatever, that person can't just be a rider. It can't just be someone who's not recognizing all the little pieces that go into it. So if you want somebody to give you feedback on your class, by the way, I do this, so let me know, but if you want someone to give you feedback, valuable feedback, before you start changing things that aren't actually wrong, you want to change the things that you can improve on, right? You want somebody who's a professional, somebody who understands how class works, another instructor maybe that you really look up to, a peer, a manager, whoever it is. Have somebody who understands what goes into a ride to be the people that are giving you the feedback that changes your class. Do not change your class based on what one rider tells you, or one piece of negative feedback, or one bad review that says your music is whatever, or that says you weren't hard enough. Don't go changing your whole class and the way that you teach based on those comments. Take the comments and the feedback from people that understand what goes into a good class, and then make the changes. So hopefully that made sense. In my head, it made a lot of sense. Hopefully it made sense to you guys. But anyways, that's it for me for now. It's Thursday. It's beautiful here. I'm going to go enjoy some sunshine. We're almost to the weekend. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week with your classes. And as always, use this group for resources, post anything and everything. I always love to hear from you guys. So have a lovely day. I'll talk to you later.